Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Forrest over here, and welcome to Tony Investigations. Miles Edgeworth. Now, I do have to do a bit of a thing here where I gotta replay an episode because off screen I did play the Kidnapped Turnabout, and so yeah, I'm gonna restart the episode because obvious reasons, and I'm gonna try not to doze off again. Because every time I played this episode, the very beginning, I keep dozing off for some reason. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with episode 3 of Ace Attorney Investigations: The Kidnapped Turnabout. Let's begin. Episode 3, The Kidnapped Turnabout. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. Location unknown. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. Then make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper's supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case, and that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off? Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside this suitcase. Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all. Welcome to Gatewater Land! Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you! I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Excuse me, but were you perhaps good enough to take a picture of me? A picture? Of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Aw, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Hello? Oh, you're not Ernest Amano. It sounds like the kidnapper is using some kind of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm... I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed. Huh. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. And just how long do you... That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. I suppose not. I've arrived. go inside. Oh, that's some crows noise being made there. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Leave the money and go. Now. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Ooh. Uh-oh. It's alive! Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, he's gonna attack with that sword. Ah! It was a trap! March 13th, 11:23 a.m. Location unknown. That guy. Betrayed. No. Can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? And what are they talking about? Split. Police. Alright. In front of... Meet up. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. I can hear the sound of the rain from the game in my headphones. It's kinda cool. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano Group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never know you grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Was that you making that funny sound? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? If you played the game before, you know exactly who this is. Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? A kidnapper? Me? No way! I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope! I'm after something much, much bigger. I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu. great thief? Did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay. Kay? Good! Glad that's settled. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder... should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know. This rope goes through here and... there you go! What a relief. I owe you my thanks. It's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. Great thief! You call yourself a great thief, and are you really the thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I am the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know. Yup! I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's like a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right? What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you could say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. Yatagarasu. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu? Yup! The most righteous of the righteous. The legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently. So I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu. I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that. Yeah, they probably could if they really wanted to, as long as it was with somebody they know that could do the job just as good, if not better than they could. Yeah, they probably would be willing to do that, just to put somebody on their toes, even with that. But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it. There's just no reasoning with the prosecutors. I'm not the problem here. I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing. And what would that be? But that's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here. Well, at least there is one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you. So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor? Ah, I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Aha! Now I remember! How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here. It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way! I don't hear you! La 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 la. Hey, you do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room. Whoops, slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Begin investigation. Isolation room. Alright, so here's why are you still trying the door? It seems that we won't be able to open this by ourselves. It also seems quite thick, so we can't just break it down. There must be another way out of here. What is this? Looks like the Bad Badger and it's looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume head to me. I guess the Bad Badger's costume is at the very least a two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting on here on the floor? Bad Badger's head data jotted down in my organizer. Costumes separate into head and body. This head was left in the isolation room. Makes you wonder what that's all about, doesn't it? This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? I was wondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out the window to climb this. Good thinking! And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me! Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck! Count on it! The great thief Yatagarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies! Here I go! As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. The beam I was tied to. There's a hook on this beam, but it's not enough of a foothold to climb out with. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know! And now she goes right back to the door. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally? You didn't know? Plus, it's not just a Blue Badger, it's his whole family, too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that, that's cheating! There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costumed ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. Badger photo rally data jotted down in my organizer. There's only one of each badger in the park. Try to get the whole badger family. Isn't this my phone? It looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If only there was a way of us to contact someone on the outside. Oh, but we do have a way, right here. Ah! There was a cell phone here this whole time? If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Mr. Edwards, sir! Are you okay? I was so worried, sir! I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper. That's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost... Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta... Ah! What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? Shilong Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So what exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Lane Z says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to ya, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you. Eventually. You. What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way! It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah! I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a Pink Badger costume. Pink Badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you'd better study up on the whole Badger clan with this. What is this thing? Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan. Whatever. I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. Blue Badger Bible data jotted down on my organizer. Book detailing info on the whole Badger family. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes? It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that some of the costumes are in use right now. Costumes. It seems that the costumes of the Badger family are kept in the isolation room. But aren't these badgers the mascots of the police force? Oh, hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. And talk with the family member real quick. Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Baywater group owes the police for all those cases they solved. They have all the power of the state, and they used it to make a theme park? It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I suppose this is the Pink Badger, but since it has the same design, it doesn't seem forced to call this one a female. You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are. That's the only difference. And the fact that she's pink. Yes, and her lips are red! See? Lipstick! What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon? Or is that too obvious? That's actually a good question, Edgeworth. This Blue Badger I've met at the main gate. Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off of the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter. I suppose as you continue to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved. Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now? I don't know, you tell me. So is this the Blue Badger's rival? So this is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence towards this Badger, Kay? Ha! I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think that there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it! I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover. Good luck with that one. Look, it's the Blue Badger! I suppose even this thing can be popular with the women. My nemesis! What the? Why is she beating it up? He's got the word badge right in his name. That nothing but bad... That... I'm going to assume they meant to say, that's nothing. But, that nothing but bad news for someone like me. And to think he's out there wandering around in this park. I'd better be careful, he's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone. I somehow doubt that the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. And what have we here? Ah! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look? Well, don't mind if I do! Ooh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key! I'm sure it's a key to something. Tiny key. I may be able to open something somewhere in this room with this key. The something is what is relevant to my interest. The kidnapping. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case with my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the SWAT. Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in front there. In from there. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found out what took it out. There's the beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold a propped up floor panel in place. Which reminds me, did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth? Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint of how we'll get out of here. Is that what I think it is? It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves! No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. Open floor panel. The panel is held in place by a hook. The entrance to an underground room, perhaps? I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. Everyone's got everything there. Maybe we could use this paint to help us escape. And what exactly do you have in mind? Well, we could paint help in a really giant letters. And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building. Okay, then how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually, that may not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we? Man, why did they have to put the window so high up anyways? How is a thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers. Haha! That's pretty clever! You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see. I wonder if I could jump and grab the top of the locker here. Man, why do they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway? Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we'd need some sort of foothold. Lockers. If we can get to the top, then we can escape. If only there were some footholds. Oh, I'm sorry, something good there, so let's... Got it! This hook on this beam. You know, I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible. Ha! I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping the floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it! We didn't notice its existence all this time, because it was being hidden by this top. Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Now this is what I call a treasure. Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. Alright. This thing is locked down tight. Underground entrance. We might be able to escape through here, but the door is locked. Ah, fiddlesticks. Yeah, I already know the answer to this one. Tiny T, underground entrance, boom. I believe you're up, Kay. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use the tiny tree that you've taken quite a liking to. Oh, gotcha! Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. Alright, I got the secret door open. And now... Wait! What? Ah! Oh, that was a terrible scream, but whatever. Are you alright? Hey! I'm fine, the ladder just slipped is all. Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down here, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened. You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know. No way! I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable? Underground ladder. It looks as though it can be easily removed. But is it really safe to use? Boom! I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay. Oh? So how are we going to bust out? It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder? What about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this... Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Well then, what are we waiting for? Investigation complete. Alright, now we can get out of here! Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage, and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. March 13th, 12:11 p.m. Wild Wild West area. It looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, and thank goodness. You had no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edward! I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, Count up! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 98, 99. Shifu! All 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Shifu! Shifu! You are Agent Lang, I take it? You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely! Lane Z says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Shina! This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. We gotta talk about this for a little bit. Don't worry, it's not gonna be too long of an explanation. This is how for those of you that don't know, obviously this game originated in Japan. Which is why the characters are doing what they're doing here. This is how you exchange cards with someone else in Japan. If you were to do it how you normally would do it in like in America, how you just take it out and just give it to them one-handed, they don't like that. You gotta give it to them with both hands, because they deem that more respectful. Think about that next if you ever go to Japan. You all see that just now? That is the proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind, and you'll get far in life. Got it? Ah, that's right. Franziska did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zangba. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliché. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hitz would still be with us here today. Agent Langley, yesterday's victim, Agent Akbe Hitz. Hitz was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hitz was investigating a smuggling ring with Franziska and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. This isn't your nearly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dare to mock the court? I do. And I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the lights of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright, men! Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land! Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me! Dismissed! Sir! Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble. Understand? Wait! Mr. Edgeworth! It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here? And completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. So I got a multitude of different things to look at here. Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lane's orders. I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. And this officer will say the same thing there, so let's move on. Man! I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity. It's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. To be honest, dude, with what Edgeworth just said right there, with I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity, he hasn't watched Detective Conan, has he? Or the series, one of the spin-offs, that being Kaito Kid. Because that's a character that, no matter how many cops are in the vicinity, this is a man that has stolen so many things in a way where he is able to get it without very much detection. Although I still remember the one time, the funniest moment for me with that character is how he dresses up as that one character and he mistakenly thinks she is a guy. And Conan basically jokingly tells him something in a way, and then Kaito Kid is like, wait, what? And then he hears some running behind him, And he turns around, there's Sarah in like the basic kind of clothing you would expect an anime character to be in. Where she's just running and she's angrily going at Kaito Kid. And here he is trying to get his thing to knock her out again, but he doesn't get it in time and she just kicks him. She does like a high jump, like a mid-air kick to this man's face. Pretty much clean as clock. Like, goddamn. Anyway, it's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. Next step. So what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping? Good question. Since Ancient Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated. Oh, come on! You can't let that stop you! I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go! But you're a self-reported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief. I'm the Yatagarasu! And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing. One and only one. What is this one and only one thing you're after? The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Why does that sound like Green Arrow? And probably because it is similar to Green Arrow. And I'm talking like the Arrowverse Green Arrow, not like Justice League Green Arrow. Because you don't really see him doing this sort of thing on that show. If anything, you kind of see that with The Question. As much of a conspiracy theorist that man is. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? But that can't be, can it? Great job, Detective. Sir! For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir! I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. But the case isn't lost yet, sir! I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be! Shall I prepare the 21 gun salute now or later? Agent Lang. Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir! I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand. Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents? That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that wolf woman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda. So the question is, what is he after? Next step. Mr. Edward! I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Yes, what is it? Who is that? The girl over there, I mean. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. What? Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant, Kay. Yeah! I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant! Me! It's been like that since... forever! Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief in our hands, sir! She stole my role, sir! I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs. You'd better stay fast on your feet. No way! I won't. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. Lance! Lance! Where are you, son? Mr. Amano? Oh, Miles, my boy. I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you returned. For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to the law office and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. No, no, no. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So who's the old man? He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano. Hold on there! Then what happened to all that money? I believe that $1 million has been stolen, and that the culprits are now on the run. What? Oh man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Amano. The kidnapping. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy! I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Lance Amano. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior. Very well then. Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age. Kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you noticed of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is. Oliver Deacon. Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends? They say they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe! Yes, sir! Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by, twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edwards, sir! I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin! Mr. Amano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vowed to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy. All right. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it! Begin investigation. Wild Wild West area. So what should we examine first? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking! Hey, you there! Who, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edwards kick off his investigation. You imbecile! All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command! No way! I am not working for Wolf Boy! Mr. Edwards, can't you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good! Now let's go! No! Boy, have I got just the job for someone of your talents. Well, that was exciting. Hey. What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on! I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back. Ha! You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yanagarasu way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented Assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turned out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. This impasse for now. Ha! I've got you now, vile criminals! I think the kidnappers would have better something to try hiding in these. Oh, come on! Lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think that the criminals would be hiding here, right in front of two officers. I certainly hope not. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this one of those things you tie horses to? Yes, although the horses are in another location at the moment. From here I was hoping I would get to ride one. You know how to ride a horse? Nope! Never rode one in my life. But I have an ancient friend who was born in the year of the horse. Non sequitur is the only way to describe your logic. these were real, I wonder what you'd put in them. Water would be the obvious answer. But if you stored water in a barrel under the blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad? People in that period probably didn't care about how it tasted. Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really liked the strange taste. Look who's making fun of them now. Look! There's a blurb about the cactus here. This cactus is a very gracious gift to Gatewaterland from the local police precinct. I can't believe the police went so far as they even donate a cactus to this place. So is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Haha, just kidding. They wouldn't do something like so silly. Actually, I have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm in the precinct before. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme. They look so lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them? If you can coax them out of there, sure! Come on, I know you can sweet talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay. Hey, it's the Blue Badger! Badger, get! Oh, you really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's still there contorted wriggling and dancing in. Aha! Ah! You've uncovered my undercover identity, sir! I was to remain under that hat, sir! Aren't you Officer Maitland? Sir! Mike Speaker's reporting for duty, sir! This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Alright. Officer Mike Maitland. Officer Maitland, why are you standing there wasting time? Sir! Because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. Think that's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was just patrolling the area, the scorchingly hot pouring land, beat until a while ago. When the dispatch radio on my shortcut crackled, that's what the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this one was my shot at Maitland Detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but then when I got there, they was... Now it's starting to get to where I'm starting to get a little, something out here already. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem that some people never change. The Blue Badger. Now why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir! That's because, sir! I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But I also hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir. I swear. Alright. Dozing off again, am I? Need to stop doing that. Actually, let me get something to drink. I'll be right back. Okay. I have come back again. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see. I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits. Also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor! Any clues? How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir! For about 1 little hour, sir! That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir! If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping. However, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir! I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No. But I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir! I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and I'm getting into it too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious looking people in this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger! What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekins' testimony contradicts. Hey, Daniel Barry, how you doing today? How you doing tonight? The lone blue badger, It's actually the photo rally. Because there's only one of each of the 4 family members wandering throughout the park. He's in a blue badger outfit right now. So there should only have been 1 blue badger out there. Not 2.
Take that!
Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir! Of course, sir! If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only 1 of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises. What, sir? Then that would mean that there are 2 blue badgers walking around. But why? A second blue badger. There's only supposed to be 1 blue badger in the park, but a second was spotted. It is a set of tire tracks originating from the garage. Aha! So that means the car left from the garage at some time, right? Correct. But for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it was left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. 3 treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. Hey! There are a bunch of footprints in the mud over here! I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there. Nope, it's just like it was just a passing of rain. That's why the ground is already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet if we followed them, we could find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it will be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. And we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. What kind of shoes? If only we knew, we'd be able to track the kidnappers from the footprints. Wrong button. This is... So it's either this or the other one. Let's try it. Nope. Let's try this then. Nope. What am I missing? Okay, what do you think about the kidnapping? Well, I don't know anything about the victim, so actually I was hoping you could tell me. Oh, that's right, I never did explain the situation to you. I got involved because of a phone call I received. It was from none other than the director of the Amano Group, Mr. Ernest Amano. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped and he wanted me to be in the drop-off man. Little did I suspect that I would be abducted myself. And that's when I found you tied up to a pole screaming, "No!" Could you please drop that already? She had the biggest smile on her face. Oh, wait, you know what? Oh wait, I just realized something here. What about this? There we go! A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know! It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person who wore a costume to get away! Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are... a blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger. Yes, those three. So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? Stolen costumes data jotted down on my organizer. The kidnappers stole 3 costumes. A blue, a proto, and a bad badger. Just for a minute, shits and giggles, let's try this. I doubt it's gonna work, but let's try it. Oh, it worked! Okay, cool. Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, their footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks to belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes. More than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here. They both do look like possible candidates. This set is walking off to the west. Ah, it just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him! I've got one of the culprits! Ah, no! I'm not a kidnapper, sir! Down K. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meetings. But our criminals were each wearing a costume. Aha! Maybe they came over this garage for something. That's what I would suppose. Officer Meetings, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage. Sir! Roger Wilco, sir! Let's open this shutter and see what we can find. Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside! I'm not gonna do that scream. But know that it's a pretty big one. What in the... I seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Amano, are you saying that this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate this crime scene quickly, before Agent Hang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage, and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? Victim was kidnapper? Following the kidnapper's prints led us to a body. Was the victim in a costume? From my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. Preliminary finding data jotted down in my organizer. The victim is Oliver Deacon. It seems he was shot dead. You sure are calm for someone who just found a body. It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. This is an unusually shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? She seems to have retained some of her composure. It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on. This is made of platinum silver. Nice! It is worth something after all. Ooh, and look! There's something written on the back. Colin Devore. It's a name. Colin Devore? But this man's name is... As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, we're not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice? No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound. Nice! I knew you could figure it out! It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder, where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. Preliminary findings data updated in my organizer. The victim is Oliver Deacon. Bullet entered his abdomen and exited through his shoulder. Well, we found something here. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? It's the pendant said Colin Devoray. Yet, his name is Oliver Deaton. That's a big issue.
Eureka!
There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deaton. But the name on the pendant is Colin Devoray. Devoray. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Mr. Deaton's pendant data jotted down in my organizer. It's shaped like a horse. Colin Devoray is engraved on the back. Investigation complete. Lance! Lance! Where are you, sweetie? Excuse me, but you are... Ba-dum. Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops. His girlfriend? Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends. And, we're not lovers or anything. We haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it. So I should just accept it. Edgeworth's face. We haven't gotten that far yet in her next line. He's like, I did not need to hear that. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. May I inquire as to why you are here? I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately. And I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all of this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Oh, Lance. I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. Hold it! My men brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. This says standing right there. Hey! Were you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now! Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What? Sir! I had nothing to do with it, sir! Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? Ha! I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job, after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. I'm pretty sure it is. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny! I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Heh. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? You! How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it! You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Langzy says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic. Shilong Ling's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like this one being cut off in my time. I could say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? That is your reasoning. Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's this philosophy of detainment? Ha! You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Zi. You think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he is that famous. Lang Zi developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhengfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test? Rebuttal. Shilong Lang's logic.
Hold it!
So what can you tell me about the body? A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy. Oh? Then you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct? I could say you were shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right?
Hold it!
Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion. Heh, don't pat yourself on the back yet. What's that supposed to mean? Lang Zi says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun.
Hold it!
It would appear you've studied a little of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's that FFCHINA! The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I heard it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information. Must be like Officer Meatlands, isn't that right? If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to! I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meatlands, I know no one else's weapons had been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. But have you yet to check Officer Maitland's weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey you! Show me your gun! Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so simply pale all of a sudden? Gun! What did you say? I can't hear you! Stop mumbling and spit it out already! Sir... I lost my gun, sir! How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Maitland's waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Maitland's ambushed the victim in this garage and killed him here with his gun. Hold it! You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here in this garage? From the facts that the suspect was found almost next to where the body was found, I'd say that it's pretty obvious that this is the crime scene. Lang Z says, a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. Hey, finally a quote even I've heard of before. Furthermore, Lang Z says, successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene. Looks like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over the millenniums. So this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of determination can lead you to. I don't get it, Mr. Ashworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Maitlands? It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Maitlands. What? However, I can't simply stand by and watch while Ancient Lang ignores our country's laws. Shilong Lang. Just what sort of investigator are you? See, there's one problem with this statement. We found the body in the we found the body on the parking lot, and yet for some reason there is no blood there. So objection! Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself, and while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Yeah! So you did notice that there was still too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Maitland's committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad. I see your logic to be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that Officer was around here in the first place? Weird. How so? Hey, you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? I... Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like, I found myself taking a walk. But sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly? Officer Mathens is looking extremely extra meat. Is he hiding something? Mr. Edgeworth! Please, sir! Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir! Officer Mathens, please give us a detailed account of what happened. Sir! Not you too! Well, we gotta know the full Hey, we gotta know the full facts, Mathens. Otherwise, we can't help you. Mathens' testimony. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir. But I've got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children. Sir! Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. What is this Blue Badger mobile? It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badger mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Blue Badger mobile data jotted down in my organizer. Mobile shop on 3 wheels. Was parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage. Sir! I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant. He seems rather worked up. Even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir! Roger, sir! Rebuttal. Mathens' testimony.
Hold it!
Alright then, where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir! You must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay, then why were you here in the Wild Wild West area? It's because of a very deep reason, ma'am! I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir.
Hold it!
Describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir! Well, first I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, maybe. Well, what did you expect when you dressed like the Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so... I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir.
Hold it!
What exactly do you mean by selling dreams? Sir! The Blue Badger mobile is where dreams are collected! What? Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am, like innocent drops. Innocence drops. And bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am, like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badger mobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children. Sir!
Hold it!
You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers? No, sir, of course not, sir! I would never do something like that, sir! You're absolutely right. Wow, you're good at this forcing people to confess things, Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir.
Hold it!
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Yes, sir! Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. How did you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful dropkicks, and before I knew it... the good old dropkick. I just shot my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation. Sir! That's right, sir! That's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. It sounds like they simply forgot about his real job and retained the Blue Badger. However, there's one flaw in Officer Meeklin's story, and I have the feeling that he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans. That's not really something there. If that's the case, the main gate would be very further south. And it goes from down there over to the Wild Wild West area. I'm trying hard on this one. This is a bit tricky. See, I'm trying to think about what we've got here. See, the Blue Badger-mobile is kind of interesting to me. Let me see what we see here. See? Okay, we found it. So Meekin says, I also went into looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger-mobile, sir. But you can see from the book, the organizer says mobile shop on 3 wheels was parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage. So...
Objection!
Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies. Sir? I'm not lying, sir! Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badger mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage? Ah! Actually, I just lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realized the Blue Badger mobile was nowhere to be found, sir. Which would mean it was perhaps stolen. And that's when I came back to this area, thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth. Sir! A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car got him stolen. It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used alright. To move the dead body? What? You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badger mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me. But it wasn't me! Sir! The killer, sir! It wasn't me, sir! Agent Hein, wait! What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth smooth. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors and your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon! I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere in another one of my investigations? Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. And that was it. I'd always do these. There we go. Alright. So that is going to be it for this episode of Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is Forrest Walpole signing off. And my dumbass pressed the wrong button. Alright, see you.